This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
This football season, Bell Bank is giving one KFAN listener each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Just head over to KFAN.com, keyword contest to learn more and enter KFAN.com, keyword contest.
As of right now, is it accurate to say that Blake Brandel is likely to start at center for the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday against the Cleveland Browns?
I think that's the play, yes. I think that's accurate.
Ryan Kelly is dealing, of course, with concussion protocol for the second time in 3 weeks. Michael Juergens has his own injury issues, correct?
Yep.
So I guess that's the hope, is somehow he has a miraculous recovery. I don't even remember what his injury was or is.
Juergens is a hammy.
Hammy. Well, I didn't even know centers could get hamstring injuries. I didn't think they ever moved fast enough.
Well, you know why he gets them? Because KOC makes him, pull all the way out to try to do a screen pass that he can't do, and then our running back gets blown up. That's how you hurt your hammy.
Wow.
Can you tell I'm bitter?
Yeah, I sense
Actually,
that.
I don't even know if he got hurt that play, but I'm getting annoyed with asking our backup offensive linemen to do things that they're not capable of doing.
Well, you got to call some plays.
You do.
I'd like. Well, we discussed, who was it that mentioned that you can try to go. Actually, it was Adam Thielen. I said, do you need to do a little bit more what the Steelers did and go short? And he said, well, yeah, that sounds good in theory, and there's probably something to it. But on the other hand, what other teams figure out is, all right, we're going to sit on all that stuff. And
they know.
That's what surprised me about the Vikings' defensive performance. I thought, on the basis of everything we had seen this year from Aaron Rodgers and even parts of last year, so he ain't going to throw deep very often, and he ain't going to be very accurate very often, but he's going to throw a bunch of dump-off passes and short passes. And so my assumption is we were going to be sitting on all that stuff, taking as much of that stuff away as we could, and we obviously did not, and the rest is history. So it could be we make history with Blake Brandel, who's never played center in a competitive National Football League game, we don't believe, right?
I don't recall it.
And O'Neal is out, right, for this game, or not? Has he been declared out for this game? We know he's week to week. But what's the latest on Brian O'Neal, our right tackle?
Just that he didn't participate today.
Okay.
I don't know if there's been an actual designation. We'll get that tomorrow, but I would be stunned if he played.
I got an A-section question for you. I don't know that we even need to spend a lot of time on this, but it just occurred to me today. I had one of those epiphany moments. And you know what we are hearing? If we rank the intensity with which a story is being covered or discussed, this particular story on a 0-100, this particular story, as late as I think a week ago, was at like 98.5. And now I think it's about a 10. You know the story I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Kimmel.
Yeah.
That's
how it goes.
And the added wrinkle is the Sinclair stations, I believe, that said we're done. They're back, are they not?
I think they are.
So and
I don't think he made a donation to the Charlie Kirk Foundation.
I don't even hear anything that maybe I've missed it from the administration about, taking another stab at Kimmel, and he's got to go, and we're not letting go of this story, and FCC's got to investigate whatever. I feel like it's what makes us insane, is a story that was wall to wall on everybody's minds, around the water cooler, on air, newspapers, electronic media, etc. And now it's like, oh yeah, Kimmel's back, and we had our meltdowns about it.
Yep, Colbert joined him. He was on the show, I think.
Yeah, the bottom line is he's back on, and I'm going to go out on a limb and assume also that Kimmel is now not suddenly becoming much more tolerant of the president's approach from the Oval Office.
Correct.
That he didn't have his own epiphany and said,
he's not wearing a MAGA hat.
Take a whole hard look at this thing here and be a little bit more measured about it. So Where did it go? It's just so I guess we had it out.
Yep.
And we're done. And so now we're waiting for the next one.
We're on to the next thing.
The next one. So the one right now is the government shutdown.
I was going to say, we have the shutdown to deal with.
That's got to be the shutdown.
Yes. And we'll deal with that until that's resolved, and then we'll move on.
Until, or if it's resolved. There are a lot of people who think this one's gonna go. And going to go a long way. And the concern is, the obvious is that this is not a president who tends to wait for any cues to do whatever he wants to do,
right?
Regardless of the law. So are you opening the door to make me say, hey, go ahead. You guys want to walk? Go ahead. We'll take care of it. There's 52 other things on our agenda that we didn't think we were going to be able to get to till 2026. Now, we have a chance to get to them the last 2 or 3 months of 2025 as well, correct?
And they'll be ready for it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're on right now. You miss them, don't you?
Well,
you miss talking about them for those couple of days.
It just occurred to me. It went, like I said, from 98.5. I think it's a 10 now, and that might be high. Now, I'm sure there's echo chambers, where there's still a lot of discussion, but he's back on. I don't think anybody has said we're going to make sure he's off. At least right now. Right now, maybe they're prepping. It's like, okay, we're gonna wait until we load back up with whatever our strategy is going to be. But even the piece about the stations that said we're done, apparently no longer being done, how did they come back into the fold? And what's the president going to do to punish them?
And the handful of million people that were watching him before are probably watching him now, and the rest of us have moved on with the rest of our lives.
All right, let's try to let's get some bonus bucks going again for this
Fan
hour.
and 2 men and a junk truck want to help you with that. It is our national cash contest, and the 4 o'clock keyword is bills. Go to KFAN.com and enter the keyword bills.
Dr. Dan's inbox, bottom of the hour, still time to contribute. Email Guardsy, JGJG@KFAN.com.
Join Nordo, Gray's Food Hall, Minneapolis, Kegs and Eggs, great food, great drinks. Drop by starting at 8:30. Purple are playing. Cleveland from London. Enjoy great food. Your shot to win awesome prizes every single quarter. It's a fun spot. I was there Sunday. Go see Nordo, 8:30. All the details, KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Season's right around the corner, correct?
That's what they tell me.
We had Bill Guerin on 2 days ago in the wake of the big Kaprizov news. We also had Russo Radio that day. We had Luigi for an extended period yesterday. Has Fallness, by the way, do you know about the great staple controversy involving Kevin Fallness?
No.
We heard his feelings. I should say we. I apparently heard his feelings.
Not difficult.
No, that's very true. The circumstances were as follows. Guerin joined us via something called Barnyard or StreamYard, whatever it's called. I like to call it Barnyard.
Yep.
And that actually went off without a hitch.
Yeah.
And then the plan was, Russo will join us from the Fallness Caverns, right? The catacombs inside the X, his fancy state-of-the-art studio.
That was the idea.
Correct. Well, it took about an extra 5 minutes to get the connection right.
Oh, no.
Then when we got the connection, it sounded like he was talking into a speakerphone. It didn't sound anything like a closed...
The usual Fallness
studio.
Greatness.
He could be in this... He could be right next to us. It just sounds crystal clear.
Which is what it usually sounds like.
And it was so much like a speakerphone that in the background, as I'm talking to Russo... You can hear Fallness stapling papers. So I mentioned that on air, that he got his feelings hurt. He was bitter about it. So it's just 2 staples.
What's he stapling?
I don't have any idea what
Tom Reed Hockey City Pub gift cards?
And then allegedly, the whole thing, he admitted that whatever the problem was with the sound quality, it's all been resolved, but of course not until after the fact, after the interview was complete.
I don't even understand what could have happened.
I don't either. I didn't think it was that difficult. I thought you just flicked a couple switches.
Well, the only thing I could come up with was that they weren't using the Fallness studio, that they were trying to pull a fast one, and that they used one of our switchblades or on-sips.
Oh, maybe.
And sometimes, when Russo will join sometimes from press boxes,
yes.
you can hear everything that's going around him. You
Correct.
can hear the media dining. You can
Correct.
hear the pregame stuff. Sometimes you can hear the anthem. That's when you can hear that stuff when you're using that technology. So maybe they didn't even use Fallness' studio. Maybe he was in Fallness' studio, but they didn't use the equipment.
That's possible.
What did Blakemore have to say about it? Anything?
He kind of piled on.
Yeah.
Fallness. Because he, too, could hear the staples. It was clear as day.
My goodness.
Bizarre. The whole thing was very strange.
I missed a lot that day. Thielen didn't call in.
No, that's true, too.
The Guerin StreamYard thing, I'm glad that went well.
The Thielen connection yesterday was pristine. The Lieber connection, I will tell you that I think the Lieber connection, was that Monday?
That was.
From across the pond.
Yes, Monday.
And the Thielen connection, when we finally got him, were better than any connections we've ever had with Lavelli Neal III.
Except when he was in Puerto Rico. Remember when he was in Puerto Rico for the Twins played there? I think it was Puerto Rico, right?
Okay, yeah, it could have been.
And it was an incredible connection.
Okay.
It's the best one we've ever had with him.
Yeah.
But he was at a cigar shop in Puerto Rico.
Do you know, what was my point on the Wild?
That they start soon. Kaprizov is hurt. Kaprizov's here. Zucchi's hurt.
I thought you had a story there. No. Kaprizov's hurt already.
I just got ahead of myself.
My God. That's the last.
I just forecasted to January.
That's the last thing we need. This is to be followed up. I think I remember where I was going. And we probably need more time than we currently have to expand on this. But I'll ask you now that the big signing is official, right? A major, major move for this organization that I think should rightly be celebrated. Even if I think it would have served the team better if it was a shorter term deal, 4 years instead of 8. But that you got to do what you got to do. They weren't interested in 4 years. It's very clear. No, the question on the table is, all right, what's the minimal acceptable outcome for the 2025-26 Minnesota Wild? What's the baseline where you say we have to at least, there are no longer any excuses. We have to do at least this much.
Super Bowl, homeboy.
The whole thing? The cup?
No, I just wanted to play that. Can you tell I was searching for it?
Yes.
They need a 100-point season.
We're happy it's Grand Casino Arena. Calm down. My God.
They pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, okay.
They pay a lot of money for that. It's probably all going to Kirill.
I'm just going to start calling it GCA.
They have to win. They have to get out of the first round.
Yes.
And I'm not going to get any greedier than that. There's so many things that we don't know.
Sadly, neither am I.
But we don't know. They're going to have to go through the Central.
You have to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you have to get out of the first round.
I would say
if you don't, heads have to roll this time. Sorry. Unless, again, we literally have like our top 6 players out hurt.
You have to get one of the top 3 Central spots. Don't do any of this wild card stuff. Get one of the top 3.
Okay, that's fair.
And now that makes it difficult, you can argue, because the Central, I think, is still going to be pretty good. Colorado's not slowing down anytime soon. It doesn't look like. They keep signing guys. You have to get in the top 3. Don't mess around with the wild card. And then win a round. And then let's play. That would be my minimum expectation for the season.
Well, I'm with you. I think that's the way you have to look at this thing. And I know it's never that simple. And you say, well, circumstances, and you got to be more nuanced. We said this when they were done last season, right? That you can come up every year with a reason. Some of them might even be legitimate. They might not all be excuses. But sooner or later, even if it defies logic, you have to jump up. You have to make a move. Even in a year, we say we got no business making that move. Because in hockey, teams do that all the time. But we're the one team that doesn't.
We've never done it.
So that's what we have to do. We have to find
my
a way
dream?
to do it.
My dream, speaking of Fallness, and I love him. And
How could you not?
He does a great job with the commercials. My dream is that one time going into the season, we're not emphasizing that the fans are the best part of the organization.
Yeah.
We just heard it again like 10 minutes
did?
ago. Yes, the Wild ads right now. It's all about the fans, and we love the fans.
Well, because
and the fans
they're scared. They
What do you
try
mean?
to suck up to them. They're worried that sooner or later the fans will say, I'm done coming. I don't even care if you did sign Kaprizov. You haven't won enough games.
I would imagine they've gotten a nice boost this week.
Well, you'd like to think.
I bet they got some excitement. They also, I do know,
Until
because
he gets hurt.
I get the emails that the first 97 people that signed up for season tickets would get a Kirill Kaprizov jersey, which I think is good. And I don't know if that was full season, half season, flex pack, whatever it is. But I just want one commercial.
Autographed?
I think it is, but I don't know for sure, so don't quote me. I just want one commercial that's not talking about the team of 18,000. I want the 6 on the ice to be the emphasis.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's my dream.
Yeah,
and I'm very happy. I'm very happy for the 25th anniversary uniforms. I'm very happy for that. That's great.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them that they were announced.
Are we bringing the trees back?
Well, I feel bad they were announced the day after the trees.
Oh, we didn't have trees for the Wild. That's right.
Well, I think they kind of
Actually,
are
they do.
in the
They
trees.
are kind of trees. Yeah, they are.
They are.
You're right.
But I feel bad because the Wolves, obviously, that went nuts.
Right.
And the Wild are like, hey, by the way,
yeah,
we've got our 25th anniversary unis too. And we're all like, yeah, we know. That's great. This just shows you they're in like a different spot right now.
The inbox, are you looking for contributions
Always.
still?
We've got some good ones. We've got multiple again, second week in a row from P. Kessler. People are obsessed with Kessler. So you can go, if you stay away from Kessler, you have a great opportunity to be read, because I don't think you can go over the top on a couple of the ones that we already got.
JG at KFAN.com, and we are pretty much wide open the rest of the program out today at 6 o'clock. Don't go away.
Time now for the Vikings Report on The Fan, presented by Miller Lite. Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen joins Dan Barrero next. Fan.
Dateline, Chicago, Illinois, Wrigley Field, north side of the city. Game 3, winner take all. Well, not winner take all, but winner advances to the next round. Loser eliminated. Padres, Cubs. And the Cubs have a threat in a scoreless game. Bases loaded now, and nobody out in the bottom of the second. Do you happen to notice who is the starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres of Anaheim?
Is that you, Darvish?
Yu Darvish. Remember when Laval told us we came within an eyelash?
We were 1 year off
of signing Yu Darvish. Remember? We were in it. Remember that? Remember that nonsense that he basically pawned off? I mean, the Twins let him milk that for a decade about, you can't say we've never been involved in some big names. We made a couple phone calls. There was some conversation with Yu Darvish. When you know and I know, there was not a chance in hell that Yu Darvish was coming here. And I'm just amazed he's still pitching.
That's what I was going to say.
Wasn't that like about 15, 20 years ago?
It was a lot. Didn't he end up signing with your Cubs?
He did, actually. You're right.
And
That's
pitched
true.
that whole contract. And I think it was 6 years, because we were willing to go 5.
That's it.
If you remember. We were willing to go 5, and I think they ended up giving him 6.
By the way, Tigers in good shape, and also the rubber game of their best of 3 wild card round. The Tigers leading Cleveland 6-1.
They have to win that series.
In the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, with the way they collapsed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't collapse like that and then lose to the team that jumped you in the standings.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Because the Guardians won the division, right?
They did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they ended up winning the division, didn't they?
They did.
They had to, because that's why they had the series there. So in any case, Yu Darvish. Remind me to get Laval going on that. By the way, Laval did text us earlier. Did you see the text?
Yeah, he's always listening.
Basically saying that when he had that good connection in Puerto Rico, it wasn't a cigar shop. It was from my hotel room. I think there was a power outage.
I don't remember it
I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
But I'll take his word for it.
I don't remember it that way.
Who's to say?
Maybe that was Beijing when he got COVID and had to stay in his room for a while.
That's right.
And then we called his hotel and it cost us thousands of dollars, and We can't get good coffee because of it, basically.
Remember when we got then that phone call from the concierge at his hotel about the fact that he'd left all his underwear behind and they didn't know what to do with it? Remember that?
Sent it. Yeah, they sent it to the old Star Tribune building. That was part of the reason why they imploded that one.
425 Portland Avenue.
Yeah, they're in the Capella Tower now.
Long gone. All right, we got some good items for the inbox today.
It's time for Dr.
Only time will tell, Davey.
Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Every Thursday, right around 4:30, brought to you by Nobody. Would love to be you. Just call Barb. Call Lil B. Email her. Find her on social media.
I had a big thank you to Lil B. She came through. You know, I wanted the thinner new KFAN hoodie.
Yeah.
But by the time I got to them at the fair, the size I wanted, XL, they were out.
Too popular.
And she said, I'll get it for you. I'll get it taken care of. And then, so much time had gone by. I said, well, she probably forgot. Came through. Right there. I got my new hoodie.
She did forget about it.
Oh, she did?
Well, because I said, you've got a package addressed to Dan and you, which is not a typical pairing here,
No,
right?
That's true.
Because I ended up walking off of an elevator today. This is way too much info for everybody. She was on another one. And I said, hey, by the way, there's a package for Dan and you. She's like, well, that's weird. What the hell's that? Oh, it's the hoodie. So that's how special order it was just for you.
That's it. No, that's true.
I mean, that was a one-off.
Can't wait. It's almost too hot to wear it.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
Cut the sleeves off.
Let's go.
Dear Dr. Dan, the Minnesota Twins have announced their intent to sell the team prior to the 2026 season. As the patriarch of our family, Carl, not the best Packer owner, started in banking by foreclosing on family farms in the Great Depression, we have realized our fans are living through the Twins' Great Depression.
Oh, God.
We don't have any money to run the team. The 100 fans who came to the games and tried to get us for extra gift cards after the fire sale, the media personnel who were forced to cover this crap deserve better. Even El Neil III. We fired Rocco because of the lack of results which we caused by slashing payroll. We believe we should hold ourselves to that same standard. We need to give fans relief and recovery from our horrid ownership, especially these past few years. We hope the new owners will reform our team into a better situation and bring winning back to Minnesota. This from J. Polad, B. Polad, and multiple minority owners, I guess. So apparently they're back for sale. Your thoughts?
I wish that were true. That can't. You think that could happen? What a great. You want to talk about a plot twist? That would have the town rejoicing. That would be it. By the way, I mentioned that. Well, has Rocco surfaced in any media reports?
Haven't seen him.
So I reached out to Rocco via text and got a nice reply from him. He says he's doing okay. He's fine. He appreciates the sentiment of all the folks who are asking about him. And I think he had, one of those comments about one door closes, another one might open. He said it was typical kind of philosophical Rocco, very Baldali Lama-like, but I'm glad he responded. I hope he's doing well. And I did mention to him, if he wants to talk off air, be glad to help. If he would like to have a forum on air, he certainly deserves it, I would think, doesn't he? If he wants to talk.
Yes.
We'd be glad to give him that, too. So I don't know. My guess is Rocco's going to be high road guy through all of this.
Yep.
But I'm not buying the theory that Rocco wanted out. I think, now, you can go with the Lavelle theory, which is he's better off being let out of his, taken out of his misery because of the impossible way to manage here, given the circumstances that the way this team is run.
Well, along those lines, we got a letter from R. Baldelli.
Oh, okay.
And I'll just, it doesn't need to interrupt you or slow your roll too much.
That's
but he
fine.
says, Dear Dr. Dan, if you happen to talk to Jay Polad or D. Falvey, I don't have their contact info anymore. It was in my company phone. Please convey for me, thank you, R. Baldelli. So this R. Baldelli thinks they did him a favor.
Well, I mean, deep down, that might be the way R. Baldelli feels. He didn't indicate that in the text exchange, but it was fairly brief. Who knows? I mean, my guess is there may be some relief. But I don't think R. Baldelli would walk away from this job on the basis of this, like I said, the climate, the circumstances, etc. One of the things that apparently worked against him, and the ball guys love this, there's a stat, I don't know if it's Baseball Abstract or Baseball America or one of those fancy analytic organizations that Kevin Kernan admires. they do a thing before each season about expected wins.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And so, God knows how they do it. I'm not here even to tell you that there might not be any wisdom to it. But that's what has been trumpeted in this case. For I guess, Twins apologists trying to explain the asininity of firing a manager under these circumstances. Well, expected wins, -8 one year, -12 another year, et cetera, et cetera. But I can remember, we even talked about a couple of those predictions, and I'm going, huh? How is this team projected to win that many games? And these weren't, like I said, just average columnists saying, here's what I'm predicting. It was allegedly built on, solid research involving those players. So, too much of baseball and really too many baseball media people have become prisoners of those numbers, and we see another example of it.
It's time for
I like this one, too. We got a lot of Twins this week, as you can imagine.
Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, as another season comes to a close for America's favorite pastime, it's important to look back and celebrate some of the milestone accomplishments by the Twins this season. Record level attendance at T Field, numbers never seen in the history of the stadium. Meeting and surpassing the concourse cash budget for the season. Renewed our vows to Twins fans by removing from the, F marketplace and seeking additional owners soon to be named with exciting changes possible. Celebrating the third most winningest coach in Twins history by reassigning R. Baldelli to some other role in the Twins organization in some capacity someday, maybe, I'm sure. We'd like to thank the fans and look forward to similar successes in the years to come. Go Twins. Sincerely, D. Falvey, as dictated by Jay Polad. They did surpass their concourse cash budget. Can you disagree with that? That was fact. That was reported by Jay Bonus.
That's not fake news. It's been, I think it's been demonstrably proven. Well, there's been a lot of discussion about the D. Falvey double talk word salad game as it played out again in the press conference that I think Neal attended. This one, though, again, he's not the first to do it, but it's so ham-handed when you try to have it both ways and to say, you know what, this is my responsibility, but I'm firing Rocco.
Right.
It's why bother? I mean, in all seriousness, because it's not your responsibility. You obviously, if you thought it was your responsibility, this mess, you would resign. You say, I'm not going to wait to be dismissed. So don't try to have it both ways. If you think you got evidence to indicate we needed to make a change or it was time to make a change as manager, just do that. But don't pretend that you're assuming any responsibility or feel any responsibility in that regard when, in fact, you've decided to spare yourself. You're not firing yourself and you're not resigning from your position.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, what is going on in Minnesota? I wouldn't know because I just realized we actually have a franchise there in just the last couple of days. So I'm asking you. You have a coach that acts crazy. The only thing she didn't do was throw a chair across the floor. Just because we don't call a few fouls? Lighten up. And then a superstar player decides to pick on me, the commissioner of New York, the WNBA? Does she think I care what she thinks from Minnesota? Do they even have a downtown skyline there? P.S. How lucky is C. Clark to be in my league? C. Engelbert.
Well played. And we're going to get to a lot of that. We're going to revisit that story probably about 5:15, maybe 5:30. I forgot we're out at 6. So we might actually begin it right after the top 5 at 5. I saw a note. I think it was Johnny who brought it to our attention that the same refereeing crew that refereed Game 3 of the Lynx series, the most recent Lynx series against, who was it, Phoenix?
Yeah.
Is among the cabal of officials or referees that are in the pool to participate in, to officiate in.
They'll be there.
The WNBA finals. I don't. Is that a bleep you? Maybe. Do we not have? Is it possible the WNBA doesn't have enough officials to be that selective? I'm not exactly sure. What happens with the officiating going forward? Dr. Dan actually thinks there's two subjects that need to be explored. One of them is probably getting a higher grade of official, but I don't even know how you do that. The other one, though, is you got to have a philosophical bent as a league, right? About, all right, what do we want to encourage and what do we want to discourage? Do we want more finesse in our game? Do we feel like whatever, the athleticism of many of our players is lessened by the physicality of it? Or do you want to go the other way, which is, no, come one, come all, no blood, no foul. That's part of what we pride ourselves on, WNBA. That's philosophical, is it not?
Yeah.
And because then if you once you send that message, perhaps then the officials themselves, they have a mission about whether you're going to call it closer or you're going to call it looser, correct? That's the issue.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, I wouldn't say permanent, but I'm getting to know the folk around here. One in particular I'm getting to know very well, if you know what I mean. Boy, the studio is nice, but you know what's even nicer is a beautiful lady's smile. I had my time traveling the states and going across the country. The only guy I know that has traveled more than me over the last handful of years is probably T. Brewster in the amount of campuses he has coached at. This P. Fleck might be onto something with this quarterback, Dr. Dan, which will satisfy you, something I was never able to do as head coach of the Gophers. Come visit me in Fargo sometime. Guardsy, by the way, your mom told me to tell you good luck on the sidelines this weekend in the horseshoe. Speaking of horseshoes, the Gophers are going to need to pull one out to win the game this week. Go smell the roses, Dr. Dan. G. Mason.
So, you know what? One of the challenges of lately of having G. Mason on our show, whether he's in this studio or in a Fargo studio or traveling the country with Topo, his dog, his trusty companion dog, is knowing there's at best, 50-50 chance that he's actually watched the Gophers' most recent game.
Correct. At best.
That's become the biggest challenge, as he was, honest enough to acknowledge.
He always tells us when he doesn't watch.
The problem now is that's most of the time.
However,
it was better when he was working with the Big Ten Network.
Yes. However, last week, if you remember, he watched every game.
Yeah, that's true.
You went through the entire Big Ten slate, and he watched all of them.
Yeah,
so it must have been a busier weekend for him in Fargo this past weekend.
Well, he's visiting every fancy restaurant in Fargo. I mean, how many fancy restaurants are there in Fargo?
More than you think.
More than you think.
More than you would think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, who likes Fargo better, you or Mason? Or is it where's Nebraska? Is it Omaha you like better? I can't remember. Do you like Omaha better or Fargo?
I mean, they're pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty close. I like them both. I haven't been to Fargo in a while. I need to get back to Fargo. Mace, like we know, basically lives there. All right, this is Dr. Dan Inbox history.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit.
All right.
Because I have enough
some work on this.
I have enough problems reading in English sometimes.
All right.
So just be ready.
Okay.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
And I don't know if I'm going to say most of these words right.
All right.
Caro Daughter Dan. Perché queste tirapidi papala si offendo così tanto quando un abitante del Midwest proprio cum lui vuole un dessert privito con lui. F. McFreak si siamo riempiti de fettuccini ai gamberi e pane all'aglio e abbiamo deciso di andare in Vaticano per un tiramisù. Arrivati ai cancelle ho quasi litigato. Siamo dovuti tornare in hotel e mangiare dei Kit Kat. That's from Pete Kessler. The translation.
Okay.
Dear Dr. Dan, why do these papal minions take such umbrage when a Midwesterner just like him wants a private dessert with him? F. McFreak and I loaded up on shrimp fettuccine and garlic bread and decided to head to the Vatican for tiramisu. We got to the gates, and I nearly got into a fight. We had to go back to the hotel and eat Kit Kats. P. Kessler.
Oh, that's so good. That's
I don't think my Italian's very good.
No, it didn't seem to trip off your tongue.
I think I need
The
Rosetta
romance,
Stone.
you're not good on the romance languages,
I'm not.
I don't think,
No.
Spanish or Italian.
The
But it
fettuccine
was
with
well
shrimp
played.
sounds good.
That sounds really, really good. There's no question about that.
Dear Dr. Dan, I've run afoul of the local authorities in Rome and need you to vouch for me. Everything was going great. I felt like a supermodel 10 times strutting into Vatican City for my audience with the Pope. Now I'm in a cell trying to convince security that I did nothing wrong in the Vatican bathroom. People of Italy need to know tourists are not crooks. Well, I'm not a crook. I told them if they let me out, I'd use my vast political knowledge to help them determine which of their parliament members were pro-Italian and which of them were anti-Italian. Can you help me, Dr. Dan? P. Kessler.
Let me guess, there's more?
No, those are the two
those are the
Kesslers.
two.
I
Okay,
got
I thought
them
there was
away
another
from
one.
Kessler. Once you do the Italian one, there's no coming back, right?
No, there's not. I mean, in fact, that's almost unfair to the writer of the last one because you can't top that. I mean, that one I don't think could possibly ever be topped. And hopefully, sooner or later, P. Kessler will resurface because, as you say, he's kind of gone off the grid, which is very unusual for him. Correct?
Right. Yes. Very unusual. You want a couple of
I wonder if
walk-offs?
he ran into G. Clooney somewhere along the line, and they're hanging with the Clooney.
I'm
family.
guessing Clooney's not the most accessible
You don't think?
in Lake Como.
You don't think he's like welcoming, waving people into
I'm guessing
the compound?
G. Clooney's got some pretty good
I
security.
think you're probably right about that.
Some walk-offs. Dear Dr. Dan, I really agree with A. Edwards on how I can get better. Sleep. So maybe I can take some time off from one of my 12 jobs. J. Guard. I do need to sleep more. Although when I sleep more, I don't feel better.
Yeah, that's a
Remember,
problem.
Elle Fisher and I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Sleeping better and not drinking. We're supposed to feel better. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work either way.
I'm not buying it. Dear Dr. Dan, what's the longest player or coach has lasted while being a guest on your program, asking for a friend, A. Thielen?
Oh, man, that's a really good question. Well, M. Zimmer, didn't we have him on 3 years?
Something like that.
I think he lasted 3, and then he was no longer doing our show when he got fired.
That's true.
Right. We moved on.
We had A. Patterson for 2 years.
We did. That's true.
He was really good.
He was outstanding.
Defensive coordinator.
That's a good question. Now, you'd be better with that than me about the longest we've had. Peterson, the DB, was he more than 1 year or just 1 year?
He was one.
1 year, and he was done, right?
He was done. Cam Bynum was one.
Cam Bynum last year was 1.
Yep.
There was 1 year, I think we just kind of moved it around. Wasn't there?
Yeah, it was a lot. Well, Dalvin Cook was a couple years. We had Dalvin for a couple years.
We did?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
We had Dalvin, and then we had, we moved it around.
D.
but
Cook?
It was a lot of
Yeah, you're
Latavius Murray.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of Tay Train.
Tay Train was outstanding.
Tay Train
He
was
very
good.
good, yeah.
And the year we moved it around, it actually worked out great because we moved it around right into Case Keenum
you're right. We blundered into C. Keenum.
Because we were
right.
moving things around. It was Tay Train. It was Dalvin Cook.
And then we kind of locked in on Keenum the rest of the year, didn't
because
we?
Keenum locked in on us.
Yeah.
It was part of his routine.
Yeah, it was perfect.
He needed it.
He needed it. He felt like we were actually part of his good luck.
Yes.
His good fortune.
Right.
He would have been bothered if we didn't do the bit.
Yes.
Because he was a very superstitious guy.
That's what we told ourselves, at least.
At least we wanted to believe it.
Now, maybe, is that part of the fallout for Keenum is that when he went to Denver, KOA in Denver didn't do a weekly bit with them.
No, they didn't touch
That was their mistake, and it never worked out after that.
They never lost their themselves in his eyes. That's the problem.
We had B. Lieber for 1 year, 2009, my first year with you.
We did?
Yeah, I don't think we had him the second year.
Oh.
And that ended, with his pass interference in the NFC Championship game.
That didn't end well, did
Which
it?
was not a good call.
No, it was not. That's
But
true.
That doesn't mean we can't tease him about it, and
No.
it doesn't come up weekly. Then I'm trying to remember who else we had. We've had some good ones.
Chad and Barrera once had Denny Green as a regular. We had C. Carter as a regular.
Yeah.
If you want to go back far enough.
We had Fran Tarkenton as a regular.
No, we did until we...
That was
until we...
wasn't 2 full years.
No, we did until we did.
I think it was about a year and a half.
I still blame B. Hagan for that. I've tried. I thought he was going to grease the wheels to get some sort of a summit meeting to get that taken care of.
America?
And it hasn't happened to this day. If he's out there, it's still could be in the cards. If he could make it happen.
More F. Tarkenton.
Top 5?
Vikings injury report, and we'll do our best to update you on all the playoff action, which the Twins, as we know, are not a part of.